and I am the Vice President of the Curling Club. Back in, I think it was like 7th or 8th grade, it was like Winter Olympic season, and me and my friends like saw curling for the first time, and we're just like, man, that's so random, like we never knew that was a sport, and we're like, one day that's gonna be us, we're all gonna form a curling team. And then 4 years later, when I was about a junior in high school, the Olympics were on again. I was like, man, whatever happened to my curling dream? And so I looked up curling clubs online that were like in the area from where I lived in Toledo, and found out that Bowling Green had one. And so I did 2 years of youth curling here at Bowling Green while I was in high school, and then when I came to the university, I was like, well, I gotta join the club now. So that's how I got started. Curling is kind of like chess, shuffleboard, and bowling all mixed together on ice. You pretty much are just trying to get your color rocks closer to like the center target called the button than the other team to score the most points. Just went to my 8th Bonspiel, that's what we call tournaments in curling, last weekend in Rochester. Most of the ones I've gone to have just been like colleges competing against other curling clubs. We have traveled to Utica, New York, and Rochester, New York, and also to Chicago for nationals about 2 years ago. And I've done one Bonspiel where it was it was called an open one, so pretty much anyone could do it, and it was just like a 5 and under, so anyone who had 5 years of experience or less could do it. So I curled against like really old people who just started out, and like people who were like my parents' age, so that was pretty entertaining, getting to see like all the different levels of like people curling. I like that it's like some kind of like active thing that I could do, like it gets, you know, some exercise and stuff, and I think it's pretty fun that you get to yell at people while you do it. But I like that it's like so different from what everyone else does, because, you know, there's not many people that you meet that you're like, oh yeah, I'm a curler. So I take pride in that. I think it's pretty entertaining, you know, the looks that people give me when I say that, and like a lot of them actually think like, oh wow, that's so cool, like I didn't even know like people could get involved with that around this area, like I thought that was just in Canada. And like, oh, surprise, it's here too. Houses that we have like 2 at the beginning of each semester, where we teach the basics, you know, like how to throw, like technique, form, strategy, things like that, how to sweep. So I would tell them to start coming to that if they were interested. But I mean, there's not much to it, as long it's more like you can't just kind of like watch it and assume like, oh, that's easy. Like we hear that a lot, like, oh, it looks pretty easy. But then you get out there and like, I mean, you're sliding on ice, like you get a lot of people who fall. And so it's a lot more to it, so you actually have to go and like try it to, I think, get started with it more. So yeah, I would tell them if they're interested to contact someone in the club, and I mean, they could even just come to a practice and just hang out with us, and we'd have someone like show them the basics. Okay. You know, the thing I love about curling is that people can do it till, you know, they're 80 or 90. Like I think there was someone I was talking to where they compete against a 90-year-old woman who was the captain of the team, and so I love that, you know, I can just do this for pretty much the rest of my life. You know, it's not like swimming or gymnastics where you kind of wear it at a certain age. But I mean, once I'm out of college, I definitely would still like to compete in events. And I mean, if I can work my way up there, then it'd be awesome to compete at nationals with where the Olympians compete, and then even go to U.S. trials someday. And who knows, maybe long down the line, I could maybe call myself an Olympian sometime.